Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Nelly and I am an indie author. I was about to say aspiring. I'm an indie author and welcome to the new year. So I have been trying to get myself to start recording again since I got back to LA, which was a week ago exactly today actually. And I'm finally forcing myself to do it. It's 8:50 on Tuesday night. I've had my first day back to work today, so that I had my first day back to work today. The camera cut off. And it was great. I was there for 5 hours, which is honestly went by quickly. Anyway, I came home, ate, made my roommate food because she's not feeling well. Oh, I don't know what's happening to my throat. And then I finished proofing Beholding Darkness. This is not exactly how the cover is gonna look because it's not the finished copy of the cover. It's just my cover designer is not working right now, so I had to just put something in to get approved because I needed to like actually work on it. But now I'm done. I need to still implement it into the manuscript, but that's not gonna take long, especially because this one doesn't even have a crazy ton. It has more like I've added lines or I've like moved around lines and stuff like that. Anyway, I also need to write 2 more scenes for book 3 that's already with my copy editor. I sent it to her exactly a week ago. And I told her, I was like, oh, jet lag hit, so I'll have those scenes due within the next couple of days. They're not even written yet, so the goal was to write it today, and then I spent 2 hours not doing anything. The new goal is to write it tomorrow and send it to her tomorrow, because I also need to start writing book 4 because I'm already behind on my schedule. The problem is I've been trying to outline book 4 literally since the beginning of this year, and I have no idea what to do. Like, I know what the fall climax is gonna be. I actually think I have an idea, pretty much know what I want the first scene to be, and then I know like a couple of other scenes throughout, but I don't really know how the story's gonna progress, and that's a problem because I always go with an outline. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is just start writing it tomorrow. So like, because I know the first scene, start writing the first scene, and then hopefully that'll inspire other stuff for that outline. I'm gonna see how this goes for the next like 2-ish weeks and see if I can do it, because if I can't, then the entire schedule for that book is gonna get changed, and I have to contact my copy editor like right away and be like, hey, give me a couple more months, because she books up like months in advance. So I have like, right now my date is June 27th, which I know is already crazy, giving myself only 6 months to get through the entire process. I'll have to like contact her and be like, hey, can we do it like September or something like that? But I have to do that soon. Anyway, this is a long catch up because I haven't done this in probably over a month at this point. I literally don't even know. And then the other thing I want to work on, again, I've been telling myself to do this literally all month, is the novella after my fantasy romance. The first book is, the edits are done. I still need to send it to beta readers. I need to find beta readers. And then the first novella after that, I haven't written yet, but I have like loosely outlined. So I feel like that'll be fine. The hardest part for that is it happens at the same time as book 1. So I have to match up scenes, and that's going to be complicated. But yeah, I also just sent my contemporary romance to beta readers that I found on TikTok. I posted about it. 2 people messaged me, and I sent it to both of them. We'll see. Neither of them have ever beta read before, though, so we'll see what their comments are like. I have hope. I trust them. But yeah, that's already up to beta readers. We're gonna see how this goes, because I have been in such a slump since I got back from LA. Another reason I hate going to LA, because I cannot get work done at my mom's house. Like, I don't know why, I just can't do it. So for 2 weeks I pretty much did nothing, and then I came, and the first couple days, because jet lag, like I literally couldn't stay up. But then after that, I couldn't get myself to focus and do work for the life of me, which is why I was so excited to go back to work, because the more stuff I have, the more productive I end up being. So it hasn't really helped, but we just the first day. So I feel like by the end of this week and the end of this vlog, I should be back to normal and my workaholic self. Another thing I did this month, started on the 12th, is I'm doing a modified 75 hard. So the modified version is I'm not taking a picture every day because I think it's ridiculous. I am drinking the gallon of water. Well, I'm telling myself to do it. I have only completed it once. I am reading 10 pages of a nonfiction, and hold on. I'm currently reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. This is my roommate's copy. I figured nonfiction, a million people have read this, so let's just give it a try. I'm not loving it. A lot of things I agree with, and it's stuff that I already know. So I'm like, okay, like it's good for other people. It's not really helping me much, but it is nice. But yeah, I've been averaging like 13 pages a day, not a lot, but it's getting some nonfiction in there. I don't believe in diet, so I'm not following a diet. I'm just making myself eat 2 meals a day because I suck at eating meals. And that has pretty much gone pretty well, except for today. I still haven't got my second meal, but like snacks don't count. Like it has to be a meal. And then I normally don't drink alcohol, so that's not a problem. 2 workouts a day. One has to be outside. One does not have to be outside because that's the modification there. And I don't force them to be 45 minutes each because usually one of them for me is like an hour to an hour and a half, and then the other one will be maybe an hour, sometimes just 20 minutes, depends. What else is part of 75 hard? It's been going well, but I've only finished it one day. The rest of the days, I've plenty of times I've gotten everything except for the water done. So I'll get to like 12 cups and then I'm like, I literally can't do this because I proportion it terribly, and I've been waking up late up until today because I didn't have anything to do. So we'll see. But it's already making me feel better about myself and feel healthier and stuff, so that's great. The final thing I'm gonna say, because I've been talking for ages, is this is technically the first book I read this year, because when I proof it, I count it as reading because, first of all, I've read it 6,000 times at that point. But also, this is just cleaning up, so it is like reading. The second book I want to do is this one. It's Call Us What We Are. It's a poetry collection. I don't read poetry, but my boss gave this to me. Well, gave like everyone in the office a copy of this for Christmas. So I want to read it, and then I could tell him that I read it. And then book 3 will probably end up being this. I am probably in the worst work slump I've been in since starting to write. I literally, for the life of me, cannot get myself to do anything. I was supposed to send her, my editor, these 2 scenes last week. I still haven't written them. One of them is fine, like it's a scene that I don't have, like she doesn't have to edit. I could just write it later and I'll just edit it myself, and I can just like be extra careful while editing. The other one is important to the story. I mean, like the second one's also important to the story, but it's more like important to one of the romances, so it's not really important to the overall story, whereas the first one is important to the overall story, so I need to have it done. And I think part of the problem is I don't, because especially now that I've been out of the story for, honestly, it hasn't been that long. It's been like 10 days. But since I've been out of the story, I'm just like, I don't even know what that scene is supposed to have in it, because I never originally knew what the scene was supposed to have in it. I just knew that I needed this scene. And I know how it ends, and this is why it's important, because the way the scene ends leads to something else later on. And that part I already have written because that was in like one of the original drafts. So what I'm thinking is just putting that part in like that, making it short, sending to my editor, and then I'll just add those 2 scenes in whenever I go in for proofing edits kind of thing later on. Not proofing, whenever I go in to implement copy edits, I'll add those, because this is like literally torture at this point. I just want to have it done and not have to think about it. So it's 9:15, so I think I'm gonna go do that. And then I also still haven't started writing book 4. Now that once I get this done, hopefully having book 3 done will get me to write book 4, but also I might take a break from it until next week. I think I'm gonna get this done, take a break from it until next week, and focus on the novella. And then when I send this to my editor, I'm just gonna ask her right away and be like, hey, can we switch it from June to, like, do you have time in September? Because I don't want to rush this. But anyway, I'm making tea, so I'm gonna go get that now. Guess who didn't actually end up doing those 2 scenes last night? I didn't end up doing any writing work last night. I just made myself a chai latte. It doesn't stay warm that long though, so I don't know what to do with that. But it is now 3:31, 3:32 about, and I think I'm just gonna send those 2 chapters. I'm not gonna keep prolonging. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm just gonna send them without writing the new scenes. I'll write the new scenes later. And then I actually have work to do that's not related to writing. And then hopefully tonight I could either start writing a bit of book 1 and see if I can make my way through it, or what I feel like is more likely gonna happen is I could start writing the novella. I ended up sending the 2 chapters with the old versions. I don't even care anymore. I'll fix them later. I told my editor too. I was like, you know what? These are the old versions. I'll deal with it later. She was like, okay. And then I also changed my book 4 date. She sent me, she emailed me back. Okay, so I could either do the very end of August or the very end of September. I think I'm gonna do the very end of August. Because it's like August 29th. It's like the very end of August. So, yeah, it's still a lot of pressure. But it's less pressure. 8 months is less pressure than 5. So, I'm very tired, which is why I'm speaking so like... Anyway, I'm gonna go brush my teeth right now. I also got no writing done. I did get my other work done though. While I was watching Queer Eye, I love that they have a new season out. And then I talked to my mom for the past like 2.5 hours. So it's been kind of productive. The only negative part, which I might still do this tonight, like I might go brush my teeth and then do this, is I didn't read my 10 pages, which these past couple days I've dropped the ball on my little modified 75 hard, which I was expecting because going back to work, I knew I was going to drop the ball on a lot of these. But I've never dropped the ball on 10 pages, so I don't want to do it today. So I might, depending on how tired I am, do my 10 pages. The other thing I dropped the ball on is reading more poems, because I want to finish this. Because I can't start reading, what's it called? The Risk? It's the first book of the Mindfuck series. I can't start reading that until I finish this. It's a personal thing. I'm telling myself I can't do it because I know if I start reading it, I'm never going to get back into this, because again, poems are not my thing. But I'm understanding like a good 12% of this, which is pretty good for me. So yeah, a lot of it's about COVID, which I'm not a fan of, but there have been lines that I have liked. But yeah, I know I'm not getting to this today. I'm way too tired. But at least 10 pages of this. And then tomorrow's goal will be another 10 pages of this. And to ideally finish this so I can start the Risk. Because those are all little like novella things. The first one is only 95 Kindle pages, I believe. So I should be able to read that quickly and just like zoom through all 5 of them very quick. I think altogether they're like 650, 700 pages. But the room is clean. The house is actually clean too because I ended up just going around everywhere. All I have left is to put away the laundry, which is a lot, and I also kind of want to reorganize my closet. So I just need to find something that I like want to watch so that it can pass by. I'm thinking about putting Queer Eye on and finishing that because yesterday I watched 2 or 3 episodes and that got me through my work really quickly. So hopefully. It's 12:30 on Saturday and I haven't really done too much, but I've done like a little bit of business work. So I emailed my cover designer because I think she's supposed to get back to work this week. So hopefully, because I want my final cover for book 2 so I can actually have it out. And then I like looked around for a bunch of other stuff, kind of checked on my website, all that stuff. And then the other day I was talking to my brother because he draws. So I was like, hey, can you draw character art for me? And then he was like, I'll try, because you know he's not an artist, but sometimes when I have him do stuff for me, he'll do it. So I just spent the last like 20 minutes getting the descriptions for all the characters, which I already had. Like I just went through the research sections of my manuscripts and like pulled them out. And then I sent him like a mock picture of like how to do it. Here, I'll show you. So a screenshot of all the characters, all like the 6 main characters. And then I sent, this is Audrey Rose and Thomas from Stalking Jack the Ripper. I sent him this just so he could get an idea of like how the characters should be standing kind of thing. And then I told him, draw Hunter and Maya, because, you know, they're my favorite characters. Kind of like this, except obviously following the descriptions. And then we can also have like the flames there for Maya's power. Ooh, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. And even if he does, I don't know how it's going to turn out. But still, it's exciting. It is 8:55 and I didn't end up doing very much else after getting some of my own work done. I was supposed to bulk for TikTok. I have not filmed any TikToks this month. I had a few left in my drafts that I put out sporadically. I have a couple more left that aren't finished, which is why I haven't put them out. I just need to get back into it because sales have been non-existent. And that makes sense because I haven't been promoting it. And I also need to get back into writing. The good thing is tomorrow I have it's actually not a pole, it's a sensual movement class. So I don't know if we're going to be using the poles, but it's at a pole studio. I have a class. And it's a 30-minute bus ride, but the bus only comes once every hour. So I'm going to get there early. I'm actually going to get there extra early because there's a coffee shop literally right next door. So I'm just going to go sit in there and get some work done. I'm going to do like actual work and then hopefully some writing because I need to get back into writing. And once the creativity juice like actually hits, I feel like it'll be easier. But until then, it has been torture to not do it. I have been watching Queer Eye and then just like scrolling the business side of Instagram. And then I pulled out this book. I've literally had this book like my entire life and never read it. So because I'm doing the 10 pages a day, I'm not done with this yet. I have like 75 pages left, so within the next week or so I will be done with this, and then I want to do this. Honestly, there's a lot more words on these pages, so I might not do 10 pages, and especially pages like this where there's also annotations on the side. I don't know, it's 430 pages, but I just want to slowly make my, even if it literally takes me 6 months, I want to just slowly make my way through this. So this is the next one, and yeah, I was hoping this weekend would like throw me out of my slump. Maybe tomorrow, but at this point it's not looking like it. Look at how cute my hair looks. It is 11:10 and I'm about to head out to the tea station so I could refill my card and then head down to Somerville to the cafe. I'll probably film stuff at the cafe on my phone and then go to my class and then come back, and hopefully after getting some work done at the cafe I will get some writing done and we will be out of this slump. I just got back from the post studio. It's exactly 4:30 and I did not get any writing done. I got work done. I started on some TikToks, which was nice, and then I had class, and class was amazing. But, oh my god, I was sweating. So, and now I'm starving, so I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and then yeah, honestly we're probably not gonna write today, let's be honest, but we're gonna try.